Good morning, everyone. Let's see if we can get this party started here. I think we've got that set up. Looks like that's okay there. All right, here we go. At least I think we're going. Let's see here. There we go.
Yeah.
Good morning, Alex.
Morning. I said, you're going all right.
Yeah, exactly. With plenty of coffee. It looks like we've got everything up and running so far. It looks like it's working. Did you see the message from?
Yeah, I saw Dave. TikTok is.
Oh, I think I lost you there, Alex.
Yeah, TikTok being crazy. Morning, Sam.
Good morning.
Yes, I saw Dave's message.
Okay. There was something else I was going to say. I don't remember what it was. Oh, there's James.
The $1 million text in the mail.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? I had today is October 22nd. It would have been my mom's 97th birthday.
Wow.
She passed when she was 94. She had a great life, and just a little remembrance of her today, October 22nd. Happy birthday, Mom. All right, James, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I wasn't paying attention. I had to let him in. My bad.
That's okay. No big deal.
Good morning.
Too busy salivating over the steaks he's going to buy.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
I don't think your camera's working yet, James.
You know my deal. I'm looking for my stuff.
Oh,
Gotta push
okay.
the buttons.
I have no freaking idea. I'm always lost on this. I have no idea.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful bouquet from Charlie. Thank you, Charlie. James, are you using the new phone you got?
I am not yet.
Oh, okay. Well, let me say some good mornings here. Let's see here. We have, who's joining us so far today? Teresa's here. Good morning, Teresa. Marianne Thompson. Sherry from East Tennessee. Joy. Kingsgirl 1974. Gigi 20. Good morning, Gigi. Good morning, Traveler. Oh, there we go. The Trump train from John Gwynn. Excellent. Rick Senior's here. Charlie. Oh, did I say Kingsgirl 1974? I don't know if I did or not, but if I didn't, good morning, Kingsgirl. Kevin Kiesler, Valerie James. Valerie, thank you for the kind message this morning. B Ravens 2025. Jenny is here. I think I said Rick Senior, but if I didn't, Rick Senior, good morning. Oh, how sweet. A birthday cake from my mom. Thank you, Traveler. Let's see. Richard Pacente is here over on YouTube, and David Morales said, good morning, gents and farmers. Well, we don't have Dave today. He's otherwise occupied, but I'm sure he's either listening in or here with us in spirit at some level. Let's see. Who else? Pure Blood Holly Johns. Good morning, Holly. Kim 55. Hi, Kim. And Kim, thank you for the kind message as well. Traveler said, happy birthday, Mom. My late grandfather's birthday, too. Oh, well, happy birthday to your great grandfather. Good morning, Brian. Virgo 47 said, my mom would have been 90 last Sunday. Wow. So many have passed. But I think they're on the other side watching out for us. I'm married to Bob. Good morning. I'm married to Bob. What's that, Alex?
Mom will be 87 the 25th of November.
Of November. Okay. Well, we'll have to do a little celebration for Mom on that day. George Loftus is here. Good morning, George. Mary Lise Brown. Good morning. Ego is here from Iowa. PJ Party Peggy. Good morning, Peggy. Kissing Bandit and Lipstick. Good morning, Bandit. Chris Romano. Good morning, Chris Romano. John Gwynn said the Trump train rolling, baby. Exactly. 100%. Tanya Mooncyber's here. Good morning. I speak 1717Q. Glad you can make it. We got some trolls this morning. Gary Murphy's here. Good morning, Gary Murphy. Jan loving being grandma. Good morning, Jan. Sassy Minnesota girl. Good morning, Sassy. Martini time. Vicky Veronic. Deb from Central Massachusetts. Good morning, Deb. Let's see. Oh, wow. Jan loving being grandma said, my late brother's birthday, too. He would have been 80 today. Wow. And my mom's birthday. That's so cool. Magic. Good morning, Magic. Virgo 47s. God bless your mother, Alex. B. Raven said, my mom would have been 90 on October 19th. Pitman. Good morning, Pitman. John Gwynn said, Alex, my mom turned 87 on October 12th. There are so many Libras. I know. It's amazing. Just amazing. Cindy Hayden just showed up. Sue B is here. Helpful Honey. Good morning, Helpful Honey. Towie Bixby. Good morning, Towie and Towie. Thank you for the kind message yesterday. El Goose de Oro, Golden Goose, Grand Rising Patriots. Same to you. And there he is. Benji 1959. Good morning, Big Ben. All right, let's see here. So, Alex, are you ready to do some indices this morning?
Let me swallow my coffee, and I'm ready, sir. Welcome in, everybody, on this fine Thursday, October the 22nd, 2025. Down, 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 and down. That's good news for steaks that I'll be eating soon. But looking at the S&P 500, down 26 points to 6,709. Dow 30 is down 125 points to 46,798. NASDAQ is down 196 to 22,755. Looking at the commodities market, crude oil is up $1.65 to $58.89 a barrel. Gold is down 53 points to $4,055 per ounce. Silver, though, is up 20 cents to $47.90. Looking at the crypto market, down, 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 and down. Bitcoin down 4% to 108,334. Ethereum down 5% to 3,839. XRP down 5% to $2.40. Buy the dip. Not financial advice. Buy it on the TikTok shop. Personal opinions only. Stellar Lumen XLM down 5% at 31 cents. SUI down 8% at $2.45. HBAR down 6% at 17 cents. Looking at the boards, I think the only one that's there's two actually. One says, "Please fix the bread and tidy up the ship."
Interesting.
And then in response to yesterday's booms en route tomorrow, this is not a drill. Q responded, "Only the beginning, Padawan. They can no longer hide in the shadows. Big tech, big media, D-Party being exposed for all to see."
Excellent. Exactly. Thank you, Alex. And you know what's interesting? Scott McKay, Patriot Street Fighter, who's a friend of mine, he's been on the show. He came out with a statement yesterday, and I haven't been able to talk to him since he came out with it, but he's saying that based on some of his connections, that it looks like Obama is going to be arrested soon, like days, maybe a week. Now, I haven't been able to talk to Scott directly to get all the details, but that was something he came out with yesterday. And Scott's he's pretty on top of things, so I would not be surprised if, in fact, that was exactly what happened. And again, I think
you may even get tired of winning.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that now I just completely lost my train of thought. God, thanks, Alex.
Obama being arrested.
Right.
And you think that?
Oh, so again, I think Obama is either under submission or it's a 2.0. But this rollout, this if and when it does happen, I think it's going to be a spectacle for everybody to see. And how many people, when we had that survey about who would be the first arrest, how many said Obama? Well, quite a few. All right, let's see. What's up?
Speaking of Obama, all this mass hysteria in posts and videos of the left. Trump's destroying the White House. He said it wasn't going to touch it. It's $250 million wasted. let's look at the $850 million that went into the Obama library that was taxpayer money, not donors' money, and how much money's being laundered through that, dude. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Exactly, Alex. Hey, Dana Mackey just showed up. Hey, Dana. John Good said, "Can I buy XRP on the TikTok shop?" Exactly. Oh gosh. Brian Yeager's here. Hey, Brian, glad you could make it. Jess the Mess from Texas here. Wendy, happy hump day to you as well. I speak 1717 said, "I love Scott." Yeah, he's a great guy. He really is. He was friends with my late brother, God rest his soul, Dr. Mike. And I had reached out to Scott several years ago when I started my podcast, and I never heard back from him. And I thought, oh, that's kind of strange, but I guess he didn't want to talk to me. And then when I finally did get a hold of him a few months ago, he was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're Dr. Mike's brother." And he came on the show, and we had all kinds of issues with the feed, but we'll be having him back on here again real soon. Let's see here. Oh, Christine Thomas. Good morning, Christine. Oh, David is here. Our Jeff Code. And Jeff, thank you for the kind message the other day. It was really sweet. Jenkins is here as well. Good morning. Let's see. Mima Deb L. Good morning, Mima Deb L. Let's see here. All right. Well, James, do you have a military report for us today?
Most certainly do. What we are viewing today, I bring you the RBU 6000, or also commonly known as Smerch 2. It's a Soviet-era anti-submarine rocket launcher that gets bolted to a ship's deck. Oops, I don't want to do that yet.
Yeah.
12 barrels arranged in a half circle. It fires 213 millimeter rockets. I'm just not going to win that battle. 213 millimeter rockets, and it rains down underwater depth charges, plunging under the water and detonating around enemy submarines or torpedoes. Each rocket weighs about 100 kilograms, and can be fired in rapid salvos, creating an instant wall of explosions around the surface. Hidden below deck is an automatic reloader that keeps the system firing fast. Even after 6 decades, the RBU 6000 is still in service. Modern upgrades like the RPK-8 variant is used as a guidance depth charge, giving this Cold War relic new and up-to-date precision.
Excellent. Thank you, James. Yeah, that is a bomb there. Uh-oh. Alex the Pirate. Let's see here. Hey, Full Mental Jacket just showed up. Hey, Mental. And everybody, if you want to get down and dirty with certain things, go to Full Mental Jacket's feed on TikTok. He has some very insightful videos. He's doing a great job. Okay.
Speaking of down and dirty with TikTok, so I'm starting to see people that are posting videos of their thermal night scope hunting, complete with shot, impact, and all. So I'm optimistic that I'm going to get to share my hobby here soon.
Well, yeah. I mean,
you want me to test that out?
No,
James,
James, no.
Not on live.
We got to cut him off at the knees when it comes to that. And you know what? Here's another thing here. James, I wasn't sure yesterday, but after bringing you up on screen and expanded, what is that on your upper lip?
Who told you?
I thought I saw it yesterday. I thought, well, I better not say anything because I wasn't really sure. But now I'm sure. You decided to go porn star, 70s porn star. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I got it going on.
Brown cow.
Little early in the growing season, but another 3-4 days, she'll be full.
There you go. Looks good on you, brother. All right, let's see here. Lace and Steel just showed up. Hey, Lace. Glad you could make it. Christy B from Hayesville, Kansas.
It's an eyebrow, said John Gwynn.
Exactly. Leave it to John. Robert McCarskey just showed up over on YouTube. Hey, Robert.
Oh, Lisa.
What's up?
Teresa said, James, it's a flavor saver.
Oh, slow down. Pump the brakes. I like that. Oh, let's see. David said a little light breeze and it's going to go. I don't know. I have faith in James and his facial hair. We'll see. Oh, Lisa Maria just showed up. Hi, Lisa Maria. And Lisa, again, thank you for the phone call yesterday. What a blessing it was. It's so wonderful to get so many messages and everybody. So my sister's video that I put out on TikTok, it has over 1,000 comments. And if I did not respond directly to your comment, it was not intentional. To say the least, I have been preoccupied with other things, but I just want to thank everyone again, whether I responded to your message or not. I've done my best to look at the majority of them, and I'm just so touched. Thank you all. All right, let's see here.
While we're on the military subject, J.D. Vance in Israel for ceasefire talks, National Guard expansions upheld by the court system to put more of them out there. NATO meeting with Putin went well. Meeting with India went well. Trump's a busy man. That dude works his ass off.
No question. No question. And again, it's my opinion, and this is only my opinion, but I believe that they've been rolled out for a long time. This is the optical rollout for the population. But you know what's really interesting? I was watching News Trees and Dave and Joe Rambo the other day, and they were talking about how we've been conditioned already. Now, a year ago, if we would have seen something about the National Guard rolling out into a state, we would have been flipped out, right? A year ago. It would have been, oh, nice, look at that. Pennies from heaven or dollars from heaven. I don't know what that is. Gold from heaven. Thanks, Ben. We would have, a year ago, we would have been freaking out. Oh my God, it's happening. They're rolling out the National Guard. But now we've been conditioned. Now when it rolls into another city, we're like, oh, okay, now they're in Portland. Oh, okay, now they're in Los Angeles. That is part of the master plan, in my opinion, of bringing the temperature up slowly for the populace. You can't just drop that frog into boiling water. He's either going to die or jump out. And now, like I said, a year ago, we would have been just jumping for joy, thinking the EBS was coming any minute. And now it's kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, another National Guard rollout. What do you make of it, James?
Oh, totally on board with it. I'm not exactly sure. I believe that you're right when you say that we're not really surprised anymore about what we find and what is happening. But I like to go back to the thought that you often talk about, that a lot of these things have already happened. And I believe you're right. The more I look into things to try and find news that day in a certain town where the National Guard was, and you go to people that are actually there and they say they've been here and gone.
Exactly. Alex?
I know one place they're not going to be, Southeast Kansas.
Yeah, probably not. They've got you there. They know that. Oh, no need to go there. Alex is there. We're fine there.
It's interesting because if those on the left that are losing their ever-loving minds over it, simply go to Grok or ChatGPT and type in the question, how many presidents have deployed the National Guard? And the effort to protect our federal authorities, I think is certainly warranted. The media and what they're spewing. Again, we'll go back to tell a vision. What do you watch on a tell a vision? A program. You're being programmed. Go find the receipts. Understand what's really going on.
Yeah, exactly. Jody Singleton 8 is here. Good morning, Jody. Lisa Maria, I love you too. Virgo 47, thank you for the love. Love you too. That's so sweet. David said, I'm so happy George Santos is free. Can I have your credit card numbers? I hear fraud is okay now. Well, I think that's a setup for something coming down the road. But, you're right. That is strange, to say the least.
AP 96 is actually AP 77, and I blocked him. So bye. Okay.
What was that now?
AP 96, this troll, he every couple days he comes in under, I think he was AP 76 last time. Now he's AP 96. So he's AP 86 today.
There we go. That's what I like to hear. John Gwynn said, heavenly squirrels. That's a good one, John. Didn't think about that.
Let's go with the cars.
Hey, Mary Lee's Brown, thank you. That was cool.
Take a trip. Take a trip.
All right. D just showed up. Good morning, D. John Gray. It's all good, John. It's all good. Let's see here. Oh, there, I see what you're talking about, that AP96 guy. Jeez. Beaver from Colorado Springs just showed up. Hey, Beaver. Rhodes Scholar said he got 86th. Exactly. G Money, $42.99. Happy MAGA Wednesday to you as well. Happy MAGA Wednesday. I like that. I like the way that sounds. Kathleen Paschke just showed up over on Facebook. Good morning, Kathleen. All right, so let's jump into some stories here. First up, we have, all right. So this is a perfect example, everybody, of the 48, 72-hour rule. So there was all of this talk and chatter about President Trump was going to commute Sean Combs's sentence, and everybody's panties were in a bunch, and they were all upset. And well, it turns out yesterday the White House completely denied that report. It wasn't true. It was fake. And again, but it took 48, 72 hours before we found out the truth. Alex, what do you think of it?
Well, I follow the news. And so upon the fake news releasing that, I went ahead and bought some stock in baby oil. It shot up, and then the truth came out, and then the price fell. And,
Exactly.
It's so ridiculous. The media can come out and say we're being invaded by aliens, and the only way to save yourself is to insert a corn cob, and half the population in this country be walking sideways the next day. Wait 48 hours before you walk sideways, folks.
Exactly. Cindy Lou, thank you for the gifts. Thought Criminals USA, thank you for the gifts. James, what do you make of all that?
Well, they're down to their last few straws. They're trying everything they can to throw as much dirt, and maybe that was in response to the F-15 that was dropping fecal matter from the sky.
Yeah, I mean, Trump, he's just got to push that button, man. He's got to knee him in the side. People were melting down over that meme. I mean, melting down. Crazy. I don't know why he does that sometimes. Tim Shaw 707 just showed up. Good morning, Tim. Paul said, I love it. Tim Shaw said, Master Troller in Chief. Isn't that the truth? God, isn't that the truth? Hey, Skippy just showed up over on YouTube. Good morning, Skippy. Glad you could make it.
Yeah. Harry Sessions gets like $6,000 an episode. He can afford some toilet paper to clean it up.
Yeah, exactly. Virgo 47 said, yeah, on Harry's head. Exactly. Lisa Maria agrees with you too, Alex. All right, let's see. Next, we have. So this is really interesting. I didn't expect this, but U.S. Federal Housing Director Bill Pulte announced that he will donate 100% of his salary to wounded veterans. Boy, kind of sounds like President Trump, right? Did President Trump pick the right guys, James?
I believe he did. Apparently, something in his financial package or his history is giving him that latitude to take that money and do that. And that's a very, very welcoming, cool gesture. I'm glad that I don't need that help, but I know there's plenty of people in America that do.
Right, and we are going to be having a guest on the show by the name of Brian Dillette. He's a friend of mine, and he has started an organization for veterans. He is a Vietnam veteran himself, and I've been helping him get his TikTok set up and all the other things in his website. And it looks like he'll be coming on probably next week. It'll be something to really pay attention to. He's a great guy. Alex, what do you think about Pulte?
Well, what a better cause of all to support than those that have made the ultimate sacrifice for us to be able to sit on a phone in our houses and talk shit on leftists. I mean,
exactly.
If you've my grandfather served, as a matter of fact, there's my granddad, right? Like my dad, my uncle. I signed up, but had a motorcycle wreck and shattered 3 vertebrae in my back. So that ended my entry into, but in hindsight, I would have been in Desert Storm and every, God willing, conflict after that. So obviously God had a different plan for me, but to support those that have signed away their ass to protect us and the Constitution and have dedicated their life, such as this gentleman right here. We all owe a debt of gratitude at the very least. And it's the ultimate. I can't say anything more.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Oh, so Alex mentioned something about God, what is it called, Alex? It's not subscribers anymore. Superfan.
Super fans.
So
Yes, sir.
I've had a lot of messages from people. So what you need to do is, if you're a subscriber or you want to be a subscriber, they're now calling it Superfan. So you need to click on the subscription button and make sure that you have signed up as Superfan. I don't know how to do it. Alex can tell you here in a minute, but we're going to be doing our subscriber only lives on Friday. So check that subscription, make sure that you are up current and that you are a super fan. I don't know why they've changed it. I mean, it's just like, geez, you guys, come on. But that's the skinny on that. Skippy over on YouTube said, nice stash, James. Exactly. Oh, there's James going in hot with the Merlin.
And real quick, for everybody that supports the veterans, go ahead and drop an American flag in the comments. Just while I'm explaining the super fans. Up at the top next to Sam's name up there, you see the little white oval with the hearts. If you click on that, you'll see right at the tab to the right, it says super fan. If you click on that, that's where you can join. We do a special few special things for subscribers, and it supports the show, and it's very, very appreciated. Thank you all. Yes. Look at all those American flags, brother.
Yeah, and Kathleen Garcia, if that didn't help you, Kathleen, send a message directly to Alex, but I that should take care of what it is that you're having a problem with. Hey, Hits just showed up. Hitesh, good morning, Hitesh. Glad you can make it, brother. Let's see here. God, Dober Mom 79. God bless our troops. Amen, sister. Amen. Let's see here. Oh, you know what's really interesting is the flags don't show up as flags on my chat. They show up as US. Interesting.
Perfect.
Do you see flags, Alex?
Oh, we all see flags.
Wow, yes, that's weird. I wonder why mine's not doing that. Wow, there is a lot of them too. Thank you all for doing that. That's for our veterans all the way. All right. Yeah, exactly. Kissing Bandit Lipstick said TikTok just can't leave a good thing alone. Isn't that the truth, Bandit? Jeez.
It may be a live studio thing. I don't know.
Thought Criminals USA said it's literally just clicking on my picture and a box pops up and a super fan is on the bottom right. Okay. Thank you for that, Thoughts Criminal. I mean, we got to talk about that one. Devin Quas 45 said, God bless all of you. Thank you, Devin, and God bless you as well. Oh, look at this. We got flags over on Facebook. Kathleen Patchke, Robert McCarsky on YouTube, Russell Webster on YouTube, posting the flags. They have flags on those different platforms as well. That's pretty cool. All right. Let's see here. So the Department of Homeland Security has made a post on X, and they said that Trump has officially designated cartels as terrorist groups and ordering the U.S. military to prepare drone strikes and special ops deep inside of Mexico. It's the most aggressive move against the cartels ever. You know what? When you talk about peace through strength, wow. James, what do you make of it? What do you think about that?
Nice hat, Alex. And it is Wednesday, by the way. When the United States of America puts a destroyer off the coast of Mexico, never know what else is lurking. They got submarines out that way, but having drone strikes, they have to be within a certain group of miles. They can't be too far away. So for us to be in there, we know exactly where we're going and what we're doing.
Yeah, 100%. Alex?
Another boogeyman goes down. I mean, seriously, the man is going to go in and he's going to clean up it, and it doesn't matter where. It's the mandate went out. The 2,900 counties across this country said no more bullshit, and the man is coming in and cleaning it up.
100%. Hey, Tracy Fagan's here. Hey, Tracy. Baby girl, good morning, baby girl. And Jody Singleton 8 said, thank God. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? All right, so James Comer, Representative James Comer, exonerated Trump. He said from the Epstein saga. And he implicated Bill Clinton. Now, I wish I had this video up, but let me finish what he said. He said, the evidence we've gathered does not implicate President Trump in any way. Public reporting, survivor testimony, and official documents show that Bill Clinton had far closer ties to Epstein. We're working to bring former President Clinton in for a deposition, but the Democrats aren't helping one bit. Now, do you guys remember, it was probably, I want to say 3 or 4 months ago, Bill Clinton was giving a speech. And during that speech, he said that President Trump, he was basically rallying against President Trump, but he came out with a statement that was very interesting. He said something to the effect, and I'm paraphrasing, but he said that President Trump could shoot him if he wanted to. And it was a hat tip to us Anons that he is under full submission. And what would be the issue at hand if that was to take place? That's right, treason. And Bill Clinton came out and said it himself on stage. And I just found that very interesting. And a lot of people didn't catch that, but it was a significant hat tip to what's really going on in the background. Alex, what do you think?
I'm going to wear this button out today. What do you say? We all know what we already know. Those are around us are starting to see the evidence. The drip is over, and it's time for the flood. And as Sam Shalhoub says, I for one am glad to see it.
Yeah, amen. James?
Well, you know that they've been trolling the Dems to try and predicate and produce the Epstein files for a long time. Had he in the early running of his second term, or even his first term, the Epstein files probably would have been released at some point if there had been any bad info or dirt on President Trump. So we know now that they don't have it. They never did have it, and it never existed.
Yeah, 100% I agree. Alex?
More and more evidence that one, the person that they really want to be on the list is not on the list. We have flight logs, we have meetings, we have social ties, we have 2025 House subpoenas of the Clintons.
And we have John Brennan referred to the DOJ for criminal prosecution yesterday. It is throttling up, everybody. Hey, John Glynn said, I can't find a flag, but I support our troops 100%. I'm a Desert Storm veteran, proud Navy vet. John, I didn't know that. Thank you for your service, John. My dad was in the Navy on the USS Maryland, so that you come down a very prestigious line. Great to hear, John. I didn't know that.
What's interesting is the Clinton information being tied to Epstein. I mean, this goes back to 2001. Joanna Soberg's testimony, Vanity Fair in 2011, Island Visit rumors in 2011, 2016 Sarah Ransom emails. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
100%. 100%. Hey, Jason Coons just made it. Hey, Jason. James?
Actually, I think when he got that information, he shit his pants.
Another interstate-ism. I'm telling you, we're going to publish a book and we're going to make millions on it. Interstate-isms. All right. Oh, it's sponsor time. Oh, and I did see that, Ben. Sorry about that. All right. So first up, Mike Lindell. Now, you guys, we talk about this every day, but Mike is going through it. He has devoted the last several years to saving America. And if you need anything that he offers, you can go to MyPillow or you can go to mystore.com. The code will work on either one. and he's got hundreds of products to choose from. If you need something that he offers, give Mike the business. He can use it. We're helping this channel, you're helping Mike, and you're helping America. So give him the chance. mystore.com, mypillow.com, discount code SAM. And Neil Naturopathic. Neil Naturopathic is a hair care product line that Dr. Julian Neal created initially for his cancer patients so they could avoid any toxicity. Now, it will destroy dandruff, it'll regrow your hair, and it does it all with no chemicals and no additives, no preservatives, nothing toxic. So go to neilnaturopathic.com, use the discount code SAM20, that's SAM20, and you'll get 20% off your order. And of course, Dr. Peter Glidden. Dr. Glidden joins us every Friday, and he has a website where you can ask him just about any question you can possibly imagine when it comes to health and wellness. If you go to my website, click on Dr. Glidden's button in the upper right-hand corner, it'll take you to his website. He's already lowered the price, and he's offering our viewers a 30% discount by using the code SAM. And he does live question and answers, once you're a member, twice a week. So give him the benefit of the doubt. He's a great guy. Alex, what about cybersecurity?
risktooltech.com. If your organization needs cybersecurity training for your staff, reach out to us today, risktooltech.com.
Excellent. Thank you, Alex. Jan, Love and Being Grandma, thank you for all the gifts. Benji coming in hot with the gifts as well. Mary Lise Brown, that was a very cool dinosaur. Thank you. Sassy Minnesota girl said, Mike Lindell has been in the trenches since 2016. 100%. You're right, Sassy. 100%. And if you can afford it and you need something, get it from Mike. All right, let's move on here. So according to Disclosed TV, Britain deployed a, quote, small number of troops to Israel to, quote, support the Gaza ceasefire at the request of the U.S. Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth. Now, I personally believe over a period of time, President Trump has been aligning himself with Israel, saying how good they are and all this other stuff. I believe there's going to be a catalyzing event that's going to flip that switch. Does that mean it's going to have to do with the ceasefire? Does that mean it's going to have to do with Iran? I don't know how it's going to play out. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I don't think the intelligence agency in Israel, and I'm not going to say that word because I think it got us in trouble last time, but you all know who it is. It begins with the letter M. I think they have to be exposed. Not just for people like us in this community that understand what's going on, but for the world at large. They need to understand how much that organization has controlled intelligence agencies around the world. Now, James, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, first of all, the Britons.
Oh, he got a phone call.
The Brits that are going are all be military officers, and they are going to monitor. This entire operation is called Civil Military Coordination Center, and it's likely to include troops from Egypt, Qatar, Turkey, and the UAE. We're not doing this alone, but we are going with some muscle, and that's a good thing. It's not a one-sided fence. It'd be pretty easy for Israel or anybody for that matter to point the finger and said, United States, you shouldn't have done this, 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 and this. But when you have 5 other countries that are over there with that kind of power, they can't say that. Right,
exactly. Russell Webster over on YouTube said, Sam, I know you probably won't answer, but why isn't Trump helping Mike? Well, Russell, I don't know that answer. Is he helping him and we just don't know it? I don't know. But I would tend to think that if you look at what's happening with Alex Jones, right? So Alex Jones has been on the precipice how many times in the last several years with that $1 billion judgment against him? But every time it comes where it's about to, oh my God, they're taking down InfoWars and it's going to be gone, something happens where it doesn't happen. So I think, I have no proof of this, but this is just logical thinking, logical inference that if it got to a point where Mike was in dire straits, I have to think that there would be a donor or President Trump or somebody that would step in to help. But that's just my opinion. But Thank you for the question, Russell. All right, let's see here. We've talked about that.
Can I weigh in? Can I weigh in?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Is that funny, James?
It is.
No, I think his upper lip is just tickled.
That's a good one, Sam. That's a good one.
Yeah.
We can't, in my opinion, point fingers. Don't throw rocks if you live in a glass house, because our own 3-letter agency, starting with a C, has actively worked against our own interests in many ways over the last 50 years. So I think it's much bigger than just the M agency over in Israel that you're talking about, Sam. I think it's MI6. I think it's CIA. I think it's the Mossad. I think it's all of them working together, and it has. If you look at what was it they said, the 1985 CIA Color Revolution guide, all of it falls right in line with the guide for bringing in socialism or communism. You start with a narrative, you scream it loud from the rooftops, and the damage is done. Whether it's, there's video of Nancy Pelosi. If you repeat a lie loud enough and often enough, people start to believe it. And then you start talking about catalyzing events. I think it's going to be closer to home. I think what they're building is the narrative with the No Kings and other things. Look at what they did in 2020. They took a person who rightfully so it was not okay that he passed away, but the narrative around how he passed away and what they pushed brought about the 2020 Summer of Love peaceful riots. They're going to pick somebody, and that flashpoint I don't think has happened yet, but it's coming. I don't know that it's going to be somewhere else in the world. I think to destabilize. And if I had to guess, it's going to be the Summer of Love 2026. So, keep our heads on a swivel as the event, whatever that's going to be, unfolds. There are so many digital soldiers that are on top of what's going on in the world right now, that what the mainstream media is telling you. Look at the No Kings protest. There's millions of people in Boston. That footage was from 2017, and it took about 24 hours for somebody else to find the footage and say, "Hey, MSNBC," as Interstate James would say, "You're full of shit."
Right, exactly. And we talk about, most people in this community are aware of the day-to-day events that take place. But worldwide, the number of people that are as well read in as the people in this community is probably less than 1%. So what we're looking at is a mass population awakening, not just here in America, but around the world. We are a very, very small percentage of people that are aware of what's going. What was that for?
For JJ.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that's all about, but okay. But we are a very small percentage of the people that are aware, to the degree that we are. Very, very small percentage. Hey, Frankie the Patriot, thank you for sharing the live out. Yeah, and I always forget to tell you guys, if you're on TikTok, share the live out. Let's get some more people piled in here. All right, let's see. Oh, it's King's Girl 1974, John Gwynn, everybody's saying, buy it on the TikTok shop. Thank you for having our backs. That is very cool. David Morales, who is over in England, said U.S. agents in London Parliament are running the show. It's an old rumble. Thought it makes sense in capitulation is authentic. Well, I think the capitulation is absolutely authentic. And I think that we've seen evidence of that over and over and over again, not just in Trump's first term, but what he's doing now. I mean, going to the UAE, going to Saudi Arabia, going to meeting with Xi Jinping, talking to Kim Jong-un. I mean, it's just one thing after another, proving that I believe that's what's happening. At least that's my opinion. James, what do you think?
Well, I think the screen behind me says it all. This is exactly what I think.
There you go.
He's jamming every time he does something, and when he goes over there, and everybody seems to jump on that train. And as Benji sends it around the screen a couple times a day, um, people get on board.
The Trump train, exactly, 100%.
So much, you may even get tired of winning. You'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore.
Exactly. All right. So next up, President Trump received the Richard Nixon Foundation's Architect of Peace Award, right on the heels of him being snubbed by the Nobel Committee. What do you make of it, James? Oh, there we go. The Trump train from Ben.
Trump
If I'm not mistaken, the Nobel can only be nominated in January. Isn't that correct?
I don't know. It sounds right, but I'm not positive.
Well, so that whole nomination, that whole thing with the leader over there, and I don't really want to get us in trouble by saying anything, but for that leader to sit there and say all that and try and nominate that was total horseshit. And I believe he knew that.
Yeah.
So was he mocking Trump with that Nobel Peace Prize nomination? One has to speculate.
Yeah, could be. Frankie the Patriot, thank you for the kind words. Glad you're part of our community. Squiggly.
All nominations must be submitted by January 31st of the year of that it will be awarded.
Okay, got it.
So that's been gone months ago. That just happened, what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, the announcement.
Nominations are validated and handed over to the committee in February, mid-February to September. The committee reviews, shortlist, and deliberates.
Right. Squiggly 77 said Trump told the world when he patted the prince on his shoulder. And let's not forget Prince Andrew relinquishing all of his royal titles. Yeah, burn is what I can say. Wendy said, yeah, the deadline is January 31st. Russell Webster said, do you think Russia and China are holding back the reset? I think that President Trump, Xi Jinping, Kim Jong-un, Saudi Arabia, they're all working together, and it is a coordinated effort, because if they truly are, as President Trump is America first, Xi Jinping should be China first, and Kim Jong-un should be North Korea first, and so on and so forth. I don't think any of them want to tank their individual countries. So does that mean that there are still nefarious players that hold powers and levers of control? It could be. But I think overall, the overall flavor of this movement is it's a coordinated rollout specifically designed. And I was just talking with a family member about this the other day. We can't make moves that are going to jeopardize and put people in harm's way. There's going to be some fallout, yes, but I believe that the patriots in every country want to protect their citizens at all costs. Does that mean there's not going to be collateral damage? No. But I think for the most part, that they are making sure that the loss of life is as minimal as possible. Alex, what do you think?
So I'm 52 years old. I know there's a lot of viewers that are older, some that are younger, but in my lifetime, I don't remember a narrative of Egypt, Turkey, Qatar, India, Italy, Australia, Jordan, Indonesia, Pakistan, UAE, all working with the president. It's always been against tensions, and like there's such a huge shift in momentum in what countries are standing hand in hand with him versus presidents of the past. Like let's really look at this for what it is. And you can say it's conspiracy or believe the media narrative or whatever you want, but like there's something to be said for that. There seriously is something to look into there, because there is no more boogeyman, right? We've talked about it multiple times. Who are they going to bring forward as the bad guy now? They're really trying hard to blame Russia for all kinds of things. It's because it's Russia, Zelensky, and that war is really the only one left as far as the boogeyman goes,
right?
That they could facilitate some sort of world war conflict. And when he says he's draining it, he's not just draining it. He's draining it and then standing side by side, hand in hand with the ones we've been told our whole lives we're the bad men, we're the boogeymen. It's such an incredible time to be alive right now.
100%, I agree. John Gwynn maybe he wins the Nobel next year. It's possible. Anna Lee said the king and queen just landed in Rome to meet with the Pope. Oh, I didn't know that. Benji 1959 said the reset is right on schedule, and I would agree with you, Ben. We don't know all of the happenings behind the scene, but I think you're right. Hey, Larry just showed up. Good morning, Larry. Glad you could make it. It's all right if you're late. I Speak 17 said I trust my own intuition, and I think there is a lot of truth in that. I think that when you listening to your gut is absolutely imperative, in my opinion. So I agree with you. I Speak 1717. Talbani 3 just showed up, and Sherry from Ohio, and Bella 4AO. Good morning, all. Glad you could make it. Sherry, thank you for the gift. Hey, LSE3 just showed up. Hey, LC, haven't seen you in a while. Glad you could make it. All right. There was something else that had popped up. Let me see if I can let's see. Jody Singleton 8 said, put faith in God. Very, very words of wisdom. Charlie, intuition. Yes, exactly. David Morales said that he's visiting the Vatican. They're visiting the Vatican for a loan. Now, I would have agreed with that several years ago, but I think the Vatican has been taken off the chessboard. They're no longer, which they were. What was that?
When you're done, James
wants
to say something.
Oh, I'm sorry. You go ahead, James.
Well, I guess the one thing that we have to remember is there are organizations like the Abraham Accord. And when you get those type of countries all involved together and they work together and they collaborate, a lot of good things become of it. And the United States is always the one that's leading the way for each one of those type of things.
Right. 100%.
Well, and the gold narrative, right? If we look at the boogeyman countries over the last 40 years, 30 years, it was all the countries that were trading commodities, buying things with gold, not fiat currency.
Right.
The magic number, I was watching a report, the magic number that we've got to hit with gold is 5,700 and change. Once we hit that number for the trading of gold, that is officially the death of the fiat dollar. The note, the Federal Reserve note, will be worthless worldwide, around the world. And so Benji, I'll gladly buy you a steak if we don't hit it. But I think that's the number that they're shooting for. And when we get close to that number, I think is when we unlock Fort Knox, when we unlock the new gold-backed currency. That's the magic number from what I have seen. It's wow. Again, what a great time to be alive.
Yeah, 100%. Cindy Lou said, I've shared info. I'm not sure what you mean, Cindy Lou. Maybe you can give me some more details. And you guys, I want to make a statement here. I see that we've hit 100,000 likes, and I'm so grateful for it. But I don't have it in me this week to dance. I just don't. I hope you all understand. But with the passing of my sister, I just hope. I don't have that in me this week. I hope you all understand. But I didn't want to leave it just laying out there. I want you guys to know what I'm thinking.
Well, next week we'll dance every day.
Exactly. We can do that next week. But yeah, I hope you all understand. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, everybody's agreeing. Thank you. Thank you for your understanding. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's see if I can get back on track here. U.S. naval and special forces are increasing their operations off the coast of Venezuela. James, puppet his fist. Go for it, James.
You bet. You know, it's a good time to see that too. The Navy's getting to do a little flexing themselves. It's all because of anti-drug trafficking. Amphibious assault ships, destroyers, cruisers, a submarine, and an expeditionary unit of the Marines. They can conduct precision strikes from international waters, and I think that's kick-ass.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Alex?
when you look at tons of illicit drugs, primarily the one of our current day is the fentanyl. When we were younger, it was the Colombian booger sugar. When you go back to the 60s, it was Mary Jane. It's another scenario where money is exchanging hands, people are losing their lives, and it has to stop. Now, I guess you probably shouldn't include Mary Jane in that, because cannabinoid and the good part of the plant, there may be reason. See, even for somebody who doesn't get it, he gets my joke.
Yeah, I
He
get
gets
it.
my joke. So the trafficking world has been hit really hard. Military strikes, terrorist designations, opening the door for fentanyl seizures. When you look at she may not want me to share this, but I'm going to. My good friend that visits this show often lost her son to a fentanyl overdose. I would almost guarantee, and we can do a one or a two. A one if you've been affected by losing somebody in the war against addiction, fentanyl, other things like that. Two if you haven't. And I can almost guarantee it's touched every single one of our lives in one way or another. And the fact that he's coming in and saying enough is enough, peace through strength. Crystal Zelinsky, 1 times 3. Look at all the ones.
Yeah.
We've all been affected by this, and to smear the man and have the mainstream media come out and talk crap about what he's doing, to me is almost sacrilegious. Like, the man is saving lives. He's shutting it down. If you're going to peddle that crap, you're going to pay the ultimate price. And I, as Sam says, I for one am all for it. I don't fault the man for doing it. If we have to go in and clean up the other countries because the leaders of those countries are in the back pockets of the dollar that's being traded to take a life of an American, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Too many
100%.
people have been affected by it.
100%.
Too many people.
It has to come to an end. 100%. I agree, Alex. And there's ones and twos in the chat, a lot of ones. And I'm so sorry for anyone who's been affected by addiction. Now, most of you know I've been sober for a very long time, and I am so grateful that I am sober. But I've known, I couldn't even tell you how many people over the years that have lost their lives to addiction. And President Trump making the moves that he's making is, I don't even have the words for it. I'm just so grateful that he's doing it. I'm so grateful that he's doing it. All right. Let's see. Virgo 47 said, yep, shut that shit show down. Exactly. Exactly.
My kind of terminology.
Right. Exactly. Russell Webster over on YouTube said, it's going to be a great time to be alive when XRP hits the Bitcoin price. Oh my God. Could you imagine? As Alex would say, there are going to be signs if it does. Exactly.
You like that video? Like, that dude put in basically a 5-acre aquarium. Like, he's got all the ecosystem to be able to sit on his little deck and fish for 5, 6, 7, 8 pound bass any day of the week that he wants to. Yes, there will be signs.
There will be
that
signs. Exactly. And again, for all of the people that are dealing with addiction and their families, my prayers go out to you. My prayers. All right. So Trump is going to release over $3 billion in aid to U.S. farmers, frozen due to the government shutdown. Once again, President Trump stepping up. James, what do you make of it?
Well, although it's a great gesture, that's going to be an awful small can that the farmers get to kick down the road. It's not going to be enough. It's a small Band-Aid, if anything.
Yeah. Alex?
Well, Val brings up a point here. American farmers are hurting from Trump's tariffs, so let's decide to help Argentina farmers, LOL. You can't blame Trump for the state of farming in this country. This has been decades in the making, decades and decades in the making. When we are sourcing our products from other countries, it has hurt the farmers. And what he's doing is building relationships with other countries. There are things in Argentina that would greatly help the United States, and I would much rather see my tax dollar go to help a worthy cause than to help, figure out why monkeys or LGBTQ plus over the course of, Hong Kong or wherever the hell it is. So what he's doing by sending some to Argentina, that's not hurting the farmers. That's not the whole story. So get educated on what the whole story is.
Squiggly77 said our farmers will be in foreign economies soon. And I believe that's part of the grand plan. We are going to be producing so much when it comes to farming, when it comes to drill, baby, drill. I don't think people realize just how big of an economy we're going to have in the very near future. All right, last story for today. So as I've said many times, it seems to me that Ron DeSantis in the state of Florida are kind of the proof of concept or the prototype for what I believe is going to be rolled out all over the country. And we already know that he's getting rid of property taxes over there, at least wants to. And now he said he's going to move to end Florida's childhood vaccination mandates. I mean, I've got to believe that is going to go sweep nationwide. What do you think, James?
It's interesting that Florida is the first for that, and I would think that there are a lot of states that would try to fight for that position. Well, it's too late. Florida won that. Florida's got great leadership. Ron DeSantis has been a front runner ever since he stepped into the job. He makes Jeb Bush like an idiot. I sorry to say that. Some people might be offended.
No, you're not. You're not sorry to say that.
Not really. But Ron DeSantis, he really is he's a great governor. He does a lot good for the state of Florida. He's looking out for the people, but I think it definitely sets the precedent for the rest of the United States.
Right, 100%. I agree. Alex?
They introduced a bill in May 2025 for 0% capital gains on crypto and stocks. It's under review, but it's not law yet. Alaska, Florida, Nevada, New Hampshire, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Washington, Wyoming have no income tax. I think we're going to see that list grow greatly. Is Florida the proving ground for some things to get the rest of the country moving forward? Yes. Why is it the proving ground, though? Because it is the number one state for retirees. People are flocking to that state as they retire to try and be able to hang on to the retirement that they've built. There's a reason for that. And I think you're right, Sam. As the gold elevates in price, as the sovereign wealth fund starts to fire up. We've talked about it before, but if people don't understand what a sovereign wealth fund looks like, look at the state of Alaska. Alaska brings in so much money from their production that every year, if you're a resident of that state, you get a check from the state, a profit sharing, right? And if we did that nationwide, based off of the amount of money that Trump is going to turn around and have pouring into this country, it's already happening. When in anybody's lifetime on here, do you remember the billions and billions and billions of dollars of commitment to the United States in production? Even billions. I don't remember a report in my lifetime of billions of dollars pouring into the United States for production. That means jobs. That means an economy that is thriving. We can't live on a debt credit system anymore. We can't live in a world where for every dollar produced, we owe money back to a central bank. So much is changing. I just don't think people really understand the economics of what's happening.
Right. And they will, because it's rolling out now. All right, before we move to final thoughts, I want to give some honorable mentions. Charlie, thank you. Benji, 1959. Mary Lee's Brown, John Gwynn, Interstate Inmate, Traveler, Martini Time, The Real Alex, LSE3, Jan Love and Being Grandma, David, Kingsgirl 1974, Pure Blood Holly Johns, Helpful Honey, Dobermom 79, Teresa, Cindy Lou, Joy, I'm Married to Bob, Wendy J, Weezer, Larry, Sassy Minnesota Girl, Kathleen Garcia, Rick Sr. The list goes on. Thank you all for the gifts. It's truly appreciated. And it makes us feel good too. Thank you. All right, let's move to final thoughts. James?
Well, I can tell you one thing about this possibility or likelihood of no capital gains on crypto. When it does take the moonshot, I can guarantee you the guy above me and the guy up here to my upper left, we're going to be lobbying those people to get that passed like right away, because I want to have a little fun. There will be signs too, but I kind of
Exactly.
But appreciate all the gifts. You guys are just tremendous. Appreciate all the love you've helped Sam out with this week. We're glad to be here with you, brother. And all the people that are here. We had a great crowd today, and we really appreciate it. Thank you for being here.
100%. Alex?
Economically, in a world with endless noise right now, I think the boldness that each of us can show is to build our own signal, like Sam's doing with the Daily Dispatch, with what we're doing with the show. Whether it's a trade or a dream or a quiet revolution, Trump reminds us that deals are won by those that show up, not those who wait. And I think that right now he's leading by example. It's not time for us to wait. It's time for us to build. Local action builds national impact. Take that. I call it my shiny penny file. I've got a file on my phone that is just packed with ideas. Take one of your shiny penny ideas and put it to work. And in a year or two, see where you're sitting. It's not lost on us that these gifts up here in the top corner, that's your hard-earned money. And the fact that you choose to give back to us is appreciated. You donate your time to sit with us for an hour, Monday through Friday. Thank you, James. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Dave. I know you're not here and working hard, buddy, but we appreciate you guys. And I just appreciate waking up this morning with air in my lungs and a voice to help. And thank you all.
Amen. Amen. I couldn't have said it any better, James and Alex. And everybody at home, again, thank you for all the prayers, all the messages, all the thoughts. I'm overwhelmed by it, and I'm deeply, deeply touched. So let's keep in mind, as you all know, the best is yet to come. All right, everybody, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And in the meantime, have a wonderful, wonderful day.